Good morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Silvana and in today's video we will do a 20-minute morning yoga flow that will not only make you feel energized, but to start your day with intention and a sense of well-being. So whenever you're ready, find a quiet place, roll out your mat and let's get started. Let's start today's class standing at the back of your mat. Taking the feet hip-width apart and bring the hands in front of the heart. Close your eyes and just take a moment here to connect with your breath. Breathing deeply in through the nose and exhale slowly out. Inhale. Feel the crown of your head lifting you up. And exhale. Feel the soles of your feet rooting you down. Taking one more breath. And then slowly open your eyes. Inhale, reach the arms over the head, bending a little bit back. Exhale, swan dive all the way forward, relaxing the head. Inhale, circle the arms, coming all the way up again. Gaze up, lengthen. And exhale, dive all the way forward, relaxing the upper body. Again, inhale, lifting up, lengthen, gaze up. And exhale, dive all the way forward. For the last time, inhale, reaching the arms up, gaze up. And exhale, coming back into your forward fold, relaxing the head. Stay here for a moment, maybe shaking the head a little bit from side to side as if you're saying no. And then shake the head a little bit up and down as if you're saying yes. If the hamstrings are tight, keep a soft bend through the knees. Taking one more breath here. And then walk your hands forward, slowly release the knees down onto the mat, coming into a tabletop position. Hands are underneath the shoulders, starting here with cat and cow. Inhale, arch through the back, gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale as you hunch, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale again, arching through the back, gaze up, opening the chest. Exhale, hunch, belly button towards the spine. Inhale again, arching through the back, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, press through the palms, feel the stretch in your upper back. Let's take one more breath like this, warming up the spine. After your next exhale, come back to neutral again into your tabletop position. Tuck both toes under and then slowly sit back on the heels. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling, rotating out the wrists. You can create fists here with your hands and just warming up the wrists a little bit, keeping the head relaxed, gaze down towards the mat. And release the arms again, coming back into tabletop position, flatten the toes, hips in line with your knees. Thread the needle. Inhale, lifting the right arm up towards the ceiling, gaze up, and exhale, thread the right arm underneath your left, bringing the side of the shoulder and the side of the head down, and maybe reach the left arm forward towards the front of your mat. Breathing into your left side body. Try to release all the weight down onto that outer right shoulder. Close your eyes, making sure the hips are still lifted in line with your knees. Taking two more breaths here. And one more deep breath. Release again, left hand next to the head, press through the hand, untwist, find tabletop. Let's take it to the other side. Inhale, left arm lifts, gaze up to the ceiling. Exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right, reaching far. And maybe reach your right fingertips forward towards the front of the mat, lengthening the right side body. You can close your eyes here. Use the breath to breathe into the stretch in the outer shoulder. Notice the rotation in your lower back, finding a nice twist. Inhale and exhale out. Taking another 2 deep breaths here. And then release. Right hand next to the head, press through the hand, untwist and find your tabletop. Happy pose. Keep the hips in line with your knees and just reach both arms out in front of the head. Slowly release either the forehead or the chin down onto your mat and release the chest a little bit further down. Feel the stretch through the shoulders and the chest opening up. Making sure the hips are still in line with your knees. Keep on breathing deeply in and out. One more breath here. And then lift the head. Let the hips come all the way forward and down and find your Sphinx pose. Feet still hip-width apart, elbows are coming underneath your shoulders and keep the chest lifted. Try to press the ears away from the shoulders, squeeze the buttocks and actively pull the mat a little bit towards you with your hands. Feel an opening in the chest. Either stay here or you can press through the hands, extending the arms out in front of you and find swan pose, lifting the chest up higher. But if you feel your lower back, keep the forearms on the mat. One more deep breath here. And release. Placing the forehead down onto the mat, hands next to the chest, and inhale, press through the hands. Exhale, press all the way back to your child pose. Bend the knees, let the hips sink down towards the heels. Reaching the arms out in front and gently press your palms into the mat. Create length in your spine. Resting the forehead on the mat. Breathing deeply into the belly. Energize your body with your breath. And then slowly lift the head, lift the hips, tuck your toes under and find downward facing dog. Let's walk it out for a moment, bending one knee at a time, pedaling the heels down. Maybe shift the hips a bit from side to side. Just see what feels good for you here. Warming up the legs, head relaxed. Eventually come into your full downward dog, pushing the mat away with your hands. Tailbone pointing up high. Soften the ankles, let the heels sink down. One more breath here. And then shift the weight into your right foot, lift the left leg up behind you. Bend the left knee and stack the hips on top of each other, so the left knee is pointing up to the ceiling. Maybe gaze underneath your left armpit. Inhale. Exhale, pull the left knee forward to the chest and then step the left foot through in between your hands, finding a low lunge. Inhale, reach your arms up over the head, lengthen. Exhale, let the hips sink a little bit further forward and down. Feel the stretch in your right hip extender. Keeping the gaze upwards, create length through the side body. Let the hips be heavy. Slowly release the arms, bringing the hands onto the mat, half split. Take the hips back in line with your right knee and extend the front leg, flexing the left foot. Inhale. Exhale, maybe fold a little bit further forward over the left leg. Feel the stretch in your left hamstring. Try to keep your hips as square as possible. So in your mind, keep on pulling the left heel towards you. Release again. Push the hips forward, bend the front knee, and then take your left hand on the inside of the left foot. Walking the left foot towards the edge of your mat, right hand underneath your shoulder, bringing the left hand onto the left knee, and then gently press the knee a little bit outwards. Twisting the upper body, gaze over your left shoulder, and let your right hip become heavy. Feel the hips opening up, breathing deeply in and out. From here, lift your left arm over the head away from the left knee and gaze to the left fingertips. Create length in your left side body. So the left knee falls outwards while the left arm reaches away. Inhale and exhale, release. Both hands on the mat. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee and then step the left leg back into your downward facing dog. Take a moment, walk it out, shift the hips from side to side, release any tension. Eventually coming back into that full downward dog, push the mat away with your hands, long spine. Shift the weight to the left foot, lift the right leg up, bend the right knee and stack the hips on top of each other. Right knee is pointing up high to the ceiling. Pressing through the hands, maybe gaze underneath your right armpit and breathe into the right side body. Inhale, exhale, pull the right knee forward to the chest, step the foot through in between your hands and find your low lunge. Inhale, lift the arms up over the head. Exhale, let the hips sink a bit further forward and down. Feel the stretch in your left hip extender. Keep on reaching through the fingertips, make sure the shoulders are over the hips and the right knee in line with your right ankle. Inhale, exhale, release the arms, bringing the fingertips onto the mat, half split. Take the hips back in line with your left knee, extend the front leg. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge a little bit further forward, bringing the upper body towards your right thigh. Try to square the hips, so in your mind you're pulling the right heel a little bit towards you. Deepen the stretch in the right hamstring. Use the breath to ease into the stretch. Inhale. Exhale, folding a little bit more. One more breath here. And release. Bend the front knee, let the hip sink forward. Take your right hand on the inside of the right foot and walk the right foot towards the edge of the mat. Left hand underneath your left shoulder, right hand comes onto the right knee and gently press the knee a little bit further outwards. Rotate the upper body, gaze over the right shoulder and let the left hip become heavy. Breathing deeply in and out. Release the hips further down to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, stay in the twist, reach the right arm over the head and gaze towards your right fingertips. The feeling is as if you want to reach away from your right knee. Create a length in the side body. One more inhale and exhale, release. Both hands on the mat. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee and then step back into your downward facing dog. Walk it out, pedaling the heels down, release any tension. Eventually finding that full downward dog again. Keep on pushing the mat away with the hands, feel the spine long. The weight is equally balanced in both hands and both feet. One more inhale. Exhale, lift the head, lower the hips, finding a plank pose. Bend the knees, release the knees down, arch through the back, chest and chin down, Eightlings pose, keeping the hips lifted. Inhale, lift the head and chest, press through the hands, finding your cobra pose. Letting the head drop back, draw the shoulder blades back, hips are heavy. Opening up the chest, one more inhale. And exhale, bend the knees, let the hips sink back to the heels, child pose. Rest the forehead on the mat, breathing deeply into the belly, re-energizing the body with your breath. Inhale and exhale out. Taking a few more deep breaths here. Let's take one more deep breath here. Let the hips sink even further back to the heels. And then slowly release again. Lifting the head and chest, come to seated on your heels. Knees and feet are together. Tuck the belly in, round through the spine, take the hands behind your back, lean a little bit further back, head drops forward, and see if you can lift the knees off of the mat. Maybe taking the hands in front of the heart, engaging the core, feel the stretch in the thighs and in the ankles. Inhale. And exhale, release, knees back down, lift the hips up in line with your knees. And we find camel pose. Bring the hands onto the lower back, squeeze the buttocks, push the hips forward. Let the head drop back, maybe bringing the hands down onto the heels. Or you can tuck the toes under to elevate the heels a little bit. If you feel the lower back, keep the hands on the lower back as if you want to place the hands into your back pockets. Squeeze the buttocks, keep on pushing the hips forward. One more big breath here. And release. Bring the hands to the lower back. Lift the head and chest. Let the hips sink down to the heels again. Hands on the mat. Tuck your toes under and find Malasana squat. Taking the feet as wide as your mat with your toes slightly turned outwards. Let the hips sink low. Hands in front of the heart. Use the triceps to gently press the knees a little bit further apart. Keep the spine long, crown of the head is reaching up to the ceiling. Let the outer arch of the feet press down to the mat. Feel a nice release in your lower back. Inhale. Exhale, place the hands onto the mat, stretch through the legs, heel to the feet together and come back into your standing forward fold. Finding a deep forward fold, shift the weight to the toes, feeling the hips up high. Let the torso come over the thighs. One more breath. And release, bend the knees, push the knees forward and one vertebra at a time. Roll all the way up to standing, shoulders back, Tadasana, mountain pose. Take your feet hip-width apart with your arms loosely by your side. Inhale, lift your right arm up towards the ceiling, push the hips to the right side and exhale, bend over to the left. Breathing into your right side body, keeping the gaze upwards. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release the arm. Inhale, lifting the left arm up now, push the hips to the left side, bend over to the right as you exhale. Gaze up to the ceiling, breathing into your left side body. Inhale, lifting back up to center, and exhale, release the arm. Inhale, circle both arms, gaze up. Exhale, swan dive all the way forward. Inhale, circle the arms again, coming all the way up, bringing the palms together. And exhale, take the hands in front of your heart. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. I hope you enjoyed the class and you feel ready to take on your day. Hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.